Yeah! I was going to run a 3K today, but my calf hurt yesterday. It's fine now, but my mom didn't allow me to run. But because I can't handle myself, I'm going to train like Nils Van Der Poel for a day. He has like different seasons. I will explain a lot about that later and a lot about his lifestyle and everything, because he published like his whole life from the past 1.5 or 2 years. I'm going to link that article because he wrote like an article, or I'm going to link what he wrote. Yeah, and you can read yourself, but it's 62 pages. I can tell you some of the things he wrote. It will be really interesting because I had like a threshold session today.
I just said that I had 3,000 meter, like a 3K. So I don't know why I said threshold, but I wanted a higher intensity, okay? Fine.
I'm going to follow one of his like higher intensity days. The session is here. Let's go! First interval done. It's the first 15 minutes, 5 left, 5 to go. It's 4 minutes rest. This is going to be a hard session. And then there's 3 hours cool down. It's gonna be fine. There's a break between too, so just wish me luck. I've done 3 of the 15 minutes intervals and I'm feeling pretty good actually. Yeah, I'm not the best at biking, so I try as hard as I can to just get my heart rate go up, and it kind of works actually. I'm going to have a break because Nils does that too, to have a proper lunch, because he eats like 7,000 calories a day. So maybe I will count. I've eaten breakfast, but I know what I ate for breakfast, so I can count and see if I get up to the... I'm not 85 kilos, so maybe I can't, but I will try to do my best. And in the break, I'm going to go through the first part of his document, so stay tuned for that. There's 1 minute rest left. It's fun, it's actually fun. Yeah. Recommend. The fourth one was harder. The third one felt so good, and then the fourth one is like... But I have 2 left. 2 left. It's not much, but it's gonna feel like the whole workout again. Sports drink here, pure sugar. Oh, it's like carbs. I don't know the science behind it, but... The 5th was challenging mentally, and now the last one, it was hard, but because it was the last one, it was easier. I'm just gonna cool down for a bit, and then we'll have lunch and discuss some things. Okay, so I weighed out this portion because this was exactly what I had for breakfast, and then I'm going to have it now again because I wanted to weigh out and see how many calories there was in this, because I will try to count if I can get as many in as Nils, or like, because he's a man and 80 kilos, I'm not going to do it, but yeah, you know what I mean. Hello, Lunch break is going on. I am going to continue my lunch, but first I will just take a minute to sit down and show you, or not show you, but tell you about not the book, it's like his training log, and then some things he have explained and stuff like that. And today, as I said, I'm following one of his days that are occurring multiple days. He has like an example week here, and it's one of that days. I can just find one day that's like this. The 21st of September 2020. 6 times 15 minutes plus the 3-hour bike. So I'm going to continue that session. There's also max strength, and he says that he's just doing one-legged squat or any other squats, I think. Squats and deadlifts. I think it's pretty simple. There is a quote, and that is, keep it simple, stupid. I think that I'm just going to do it as simple as possible. I will just start to go through this. I will link it down below, as I said. Like, the base in this program, that's to do 5 days on, 2 days off. So he's like living a normal life with training as his work. People are doing their own work, he's doing his work, and then in the weekends he take rest days. So he'll go and do some fun things with his friends. He has a lot of friends. He's like living the most normal life you can do with 7 hours training per day, you know. And he has 3 different seasons, or 4 different seasons. The first one is the aerobic season, and there he is doing like 7 hours biking, 6 hours biking, 7 hours biking, 6 hours biking, and some skiing and running. And he's doing like 35 hours a week. He's just doing low intensity, and he does this because he wants to prepare for the next season, which he calls threshold season. And I did one of the training sessions in the threshold season today. And it's pretty long intervals. It's like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes is like the long threshold. And he does a lot of his training on the bike. He also does some running, then he will decrease the volume to maybe 30, 25 hours if it's just running that week. It's a lot. But because he's biking, that's like a good... You can do a lot of biking. That is like swimming. You can do a lot of swimming without getting injured. And ice skating is also, like, I would say you can do a lot of ice skating without getting injured. But he doesn't do a lot of ice skating because he doesn't want to be tired on the ice, because he thinks that the technique will get worse if he is tired on the ice, and I see that 100%. Then he has the specific season, which is like he's going onto the ice. He's always doing competition pace on the ice. When he warms up on the bike. He doesn't warm up on the ice. And then he has like a tapering phase, and he does a lot of the 5k session, the 10k session. He has like 2 sessions that on the ice that he varies between, and that's pretty interesting. He also got like a few sessions that he varies between in the threshold season, and in the aerobic season he's just like doing 5 or 6 or 7 hours on the bike. So it's pretty simple. It's simple, stupid. And you can read more in the document about like exactly what he trains, because he has his whole training log, what he did, what kind of, if he got any injuries, what kind of injuries he got, if he had to take extra rest days. He's not afraid to take rest days. He's like, oh, if I feel a bit off, I will just take another rest day. So it's kind of interesting. I'm not like that. I'm like, if I have 2 rest days, I will be like and he is really like, he follows the plan 100%. Almost, if he doesn't need more rest days, or yeah, but it's almost 100%. And he doesn't go in the situation where he needs to go off the plan. He also runs some ultra, actually, 100-mile runs and stuff like that, so that's fun to see. And he's much about adventure, you know. He loves the adventure in the train. He can like go out and just bike 3 hours away and then buy some food and then eat the food, and then he bikes 3 hours back, and it's like an adventure for him. And then the nutrition is really interesting because every summer he gains like 5 kilos, and he does this by eating a lot of unhealthy food actually, so he eats as much as he can. And the weight he puts on the summer, that protects like him from injury, and he knows that he's getting in the energy he needs for the session so that he doesn't get worse, because you need everything of that when you're training that much. And there's a lot more around his philosophy around training and his relationships and everything that is really interesting. So please read the document. It's not that long if you don't count the like his whole training log, so it feels like 62 pages, but it's not that much. You can also just read the start of it, like the first 10 pages, because after that it's a lot of like skating technique and stuff. So if you're not particularly interested in the speed skating, then maybe you can skip the parts that's about speed skating. I can also link a documentary that's really good. It's in Swedish, but there are subtitles. It's really well produced by SVT, so Swedish television something. I will continue my lunch and then I will bike for 3 more hours, and then I will maybe talk a bit more later. Okay, so in Nils' document he wrote that his dental health got really bad, and the answer was to brush your teeth 3 times a day. So this is my second time brushing my teeth. I'm 1 hour in the 3-hour bike ride. I'm gonna have some candy in the, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. It's like in the training log. Nils Van Der Poel says that he always has sugar with him when he's training to not run out of energy. And I actually quite often have that too. And then I have some gel here. One minute left. I'm done with the biking. That wasn't that hard. Now I think I'm going to try out some strength. I don't have the bars and stuff, but we have a leg press here. So maybe I can do something with that. I think I'm going to eat something first, and then we'll try out to do some max strength on the leg press. I think it can be a good training session just on the leg press. That was not that hard. I think I could do that a few days in a row. Maybe I'm not good enough at biking. I forgot like what day it was, why I'm here, if I have school, which I don't because it's a Tuesday and I don't have school on Tuesday. And I forgot why I bike, and that's because of my cough. Yeah. So the day's over. I don't know, it wasn't that hard. I think I have to do this like a week in a row and see, and that would be hard. But today, I don't know, one day, I think most people can do that. I think that I worked hard enough because I have done so much like this. Maybe I don't find it that hard. I don't know, I'm not sure. But just because I counted calories today because I wanted to see, I ate probably like normal, maybe some more junk just to get in more, but I'm like not full, not hungry right now, like the normal. And total calories, oh my bangs are in the way. So Nils Van Der Poel eats like 7,000 calories a day. He weighs 85 kilos, 82, 85, and he's a man, so we can reduce that amount a bit. And I landed on 4,575, and most of it is carbs. So I know that Nils Van Der Poel eats more fat, but I like carbs. It looks like this. I don't have the premium because I don't use this ever, so it says that I should actually eat like 1,500 or something. It says that I should eat 1,420. Like, that's not even enough for a normal human being. Let's see what my watch said. These numbers are actually bullshit. I just found it interesting. I recommend following Nils on Instagram at this, or I will link in the description his Instagram profile. He just got Instagram, so if you have searched for him before and didn't find him, that's because he got Instagram like not long ago. So yeah, thank me later. It was fun doing this today. I think Nils is a smart person, so you should definitely listen to him. He says though that he wouldn't recommend this for juniors, this training program. And that's probably true, so don't do this at home, kids. If you do want to follow this training program for a few weeks, then make sure to eat 7,000 calories a day. I hope you liked this video. It got pretty similar to the Ingebrigtsen video I made, and that's good because that got a lot of views. See you in the next video. Be bird. Oh, and remember to subscribe because there are like, do you want to see the percentage that's subscribing versus the percentage that is viewing? Do you see that? Do you see that? That's okay. That's okay. But if you want to, you can subscribe.